Net neutrality is an easily misunderstood word. The Internet is used by almost everyone in the United States to serve the needs of everyone who have different needs. We might say all consumers benefit from the Internet and that all consumers need to be treated equally. And these things are true, but when we say discrimination is illegal, there is a difference in that all cats are animals, but not all animals are cats. The Internet companies, Google, Facebook, and Netflix, have fixed costs that are not borne by their consumers. They are very high profit. Their services run on the broadband carriers' networks. The broadband carriers, Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T, have high fixed costs that are borne by the consumers, and as a utility they do best with regulation that's properly done by the FCC. They have huge cable and distribution networks that must be installed and maintained. In the past, there has been a problem with monopolies. In the 1930s, rail traffic oil monopolies had been broken up, but even in the last 20 years, the banking meltdown in 2008 has shown that we still need to carefully regulate our economies. Very large companies have economies of scale that bring lower prices to the consumer, but they need to be regulated. The low-cost leaders, which include all of the Internet companies and the broadband carriers, are essentially against regulation. However, they fall into two groups. The Internet companies want to see everyone treated exactly alike and will disrupt their market model if there's any change in the way that they can use the Internet. Everyone must be treated the same, and they can make a very, very small margin on each bit of traffic on the Internet. At the same time, Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon have very high costs, and theirs are borne by the consumer. They run on a much tighter profit margin, and much like the airlines, they benefit by some regulation, and in that regulation they provide the consumer with choices, and those choices are fair because they give the consumers the benefit of making their own selection as to the services that they want. When Netflix says the FCC decision would legalize discrimination, these are colored words. In essence, they want to keep their business as it is. If the ban by the FCC is open to public comment, then the entire marketplace, which will be startups, broadband providers who need to segment their market to lower costs, Internet companies, and the American population as a whole, will be able to participate in a dialogue open to public comment upon which the FCC can make its correct decision, and everyone in the marketplace will be making their own fair choices. This is Glen Jones.